Look at the bowl of cherries on the table. They look good, don't they? Do you know what it takes to get these cherries from the orchard to your table? Well, allow me to tell you. My name is Rocio and I'm 15 years old. I live in the beautiful Columbia River Gorge in Oregon. I've lived here for around 13 years and I love it. This part of Oregon is best known for the local fresh fruit there is to enjoy, such as cherries, pears, apples, and peaches. The pears here are famous worldwide, especially winter pears. 30% of the world's winter pears are grown here in the gorge. Agriculture is huge here in this part of Oregon. There is about 15,700 acres of orchards. Around 75% of all those farms are family or individually owned. As you can tell, my community revolves around fruit agriculture for most of its economy. All of this couldn't be possible without the behind-the-scenes people. Migrant workers are an enormous necessity to my community. Without them, this community wouldn't be anything close to what it is now. If there was a year where all migrant workers decided not to work the land and pick the fruit, it would be a catastrophe. All the fruit would go to waste and no one would make a profit. Farmers would be the worst off. They would be in big debt from all the materials and labor of the farm. The farmers wouldn't be the only ones that would suffer or feel the impact. The fruit packing houses and the hundreds of men and women working there would earn little or nothing at all. My mom works at a fruit packing house, and I know that when the fruit season isn't as good, she works less, therefore earning less. During the peak season, she and the other employees work up to 10 hours, standing up the whole time. Without the migrant workers, my mom and the other people would not make anything close to what they make when they do come and when the fruit season is a good one. Almost everyone in my community relies on the fruit and the men that pick it. Local people in my community wouldn't have fresh fruit to eat like we are accustomed to. We are lucky that we do have people that come annually to do the hard labor of picking the fruit, even when the majority are undocumented and risk their lives crossing into the United States every year. Every year there is more and more deaths on the border. About 500 people died in 2005 trying to cross from Mexico to the United States. Some of the things immigrant people have to go through is dehydration, heat stroke, drowning, and hypothermia. These are some of the main reasons for deaths on the border. Even though my family doesn't have to go through the hardships of crossing the border every year, we know what it feels like to wonder, what if there's a bad season? My mom would be out of a job along with the hundreds of people who work with the fruit in the different stages of getting the fruit from the orchard to your house. I believe many of these deaths could have been avoided if there was a permit that allowed migrant workers to come to the United States for the fruit season. With the working permit, the immigrants could come without the worries of getting caught by the Border Patrol, getting hurt along the way, or even facing death. I'm sure most of these migrant workers are leaving family behind just to make a little more money, because why else would they risk their lives every year like some do? Their families wouldn't have to worry if they made it safe across or if they're lying in the desert dead. I think this is very sad because they do us a favor of getting us fresh local fruit every day. They shouldn't have to go through the things they go through every year in order to pick our fruit. So next time you have a fruit, whether it's a pear, apple, cherry, or any other fruit, remember all the hard work migrant workers have put into it.